Well, the ongoing crisis in West Asia has sent shockwaves through global markets, pushing oil prices to new heights and leaving investors on the edge. Well, the evolving situation is extremely complex, with geopolitical problems extending beyond the immediate parties involved. JP Morgan notes that the conflict has disrupted U.S. brokered negotiations concerning Saudi-Israel relations and also intensified tensions between Israeli forces and Iran-backed Hezbollah militants at the Lebanon border. Not only this, it has also raised questions about Iran's involvement in the Israel-Hamas war. Well, to gauge investment impact, the investors closely monitor the war and its subsequent effects on natural resources, which link to corporate profits, inflation and consumer sentiment. JP Morgan considers two primary scenarios. Number one, if the war remains contained, where neither side significantly impacts oil production or supply, while Brent crude prices have risen by over 5% this week. Global oil supply and demand are currently in a balanced state. Second, in the event of an escalation, where a wider war could bring higher risks, although there are no signs of an oil embargo akin to the 1973 Yom Kippur War. The situation remains uncertain. If key shipping routes like the Strait of Hormuz are disrupted, the impact could be substantial. However, the ability of other oil producers to step in may mitigate some of the damage. While an expanding conflict could potentially lead to inflation and interest rate hikes globally. However, the U.S. might stand as an exception, attracting foreign capital seeking safety during times of global turmoil, which could potentially result in lower interest rates and a stronger U.S. dollar. Well, JP Morgan warns of short-term fluctuation, but also says that geopolitical events typically have limited lasting impacts on markets in the long run. The business cycle tends to matter more, and unless there's a major economic disruption, the effects of geopolitics on markets are often transient.
After he officially left